Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. It's as if I never left the hotel. I gotta take the exact same route to get back to the exact same market that ultimately I initially was trying to go to and wasn't open yet, because they're the only ones that appear to sell fruit in this neighborhood. I'm starting to understand something very, very clear. They don't want people around here eating properly, y'all. I ain't kidding. Every grocery store in the vicinity only sells snacks and sugary foods. There is no fruit. I've been to 5 different markets in a matter of 4 different miles of walking. Nothing. You cannot buy fruit around here. And so that's something I understand. This is how they control environments, yo. This is how they do it. They keep people sick. They keep them not eating properly. Keep them eating processed foods. You cannot find things that are healthy for you in some of these neighborhoods. But let you try to go to a white neighborhood, let you try to go somewhere where people are rich, you're gonna find all of the stuff that enriches your body to keep you healthy. I am not confused. This is deliberate. There's no fruit to be found in none of these markets. None of them. Side markets, they call themselves grocery stores. You find like 5 bananas, no apples, no oranges, none of that. And I'm telling you, I don't eat like this. This body doesn't eat like that. I'm not gonna stop off getting all types of stuff that they want me to eat. That's not happening. You know what I'm saying? This is how it works. So I'm telling you, I'm gonna be eating like a hermit by hook or crook, because I'm not confused, and I'm not gonna let these people destroy the vessel that I have here. I can eat what I can have cheat meals here and there, but I'm never going back to the way I was. I'd rather starve, quite honest. So I'm telling y'all, man, this is real. This is real. We're gonna educate ourselves about certain things that pertains to environmental control and how they want people to live, but only so long. I guarantee you the people around here probably don't live past 70 because of how they're forced to eat. How they're forced to eat. You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna enforce change one way or another through the example being said. I know for a fact there's some very, very, very influential, very smart, very wealthy people who follow me probably regularly. Maybe a couple basketball players with a lot of money. I don't know who you are, man, but hear me good. What's going on in this level is criminal, y'all. And it's subtle in nature. You won't notice it unless you're intentional on trying to do things differently. And I am, as a creative. I'm gonna eat different, I'm gonna work out different, I'm gonna move different, I'm gonna pray different and all of that. And because of it, when I try to get outside of what people are normally doing, I can see how they're being coerced into spaces that leave them unhealthy and ultimately not as clear of the thought, not as clear of mind. The only greens I see around here is weed. You know what I'm saying? Weed and grass on the floor. So I'm telling y'all, these environments where people are found, particularly where brown is found, I encourage all my brothers who are brown, you sell your own fruit, fam. There's never been more of a need for a fruit vendor than this neighborhood needs right now. If you're a fruit vendor or you know someone who is a fruit vendor, get out to North Hollywood, fam. You are needed. You are needed. I'd have bought from you already if I would have seen one of y'all out here. But they do not sell fruit. You basically have to go through the big dogs to have it delivered to you, and thus go through all the process of ultimately not having what you need unless you do it their way. And that's what I'm finding out. The only way you can probably get some fruit is through Amazon delivery or some delivery service. Because everywhere I'm walking in the vicinity, or everywhere I'm trying to get to in the vicinity, you can't find any fruit. Not a fruit tree, not a seller of fruit, not a fruit in any of the markets. 5 different markets ain't got no fruit. Come on, man. I'm not confused. So I just don't like it. People are raising kids around here and the kids can't even eat fruit. Can't even eat vegetables. There's no vegetables. Unless they're in cans. Nah, man, I'm not confused. That ain't right. That's wrong. That's very wrong. I'm looking at babies right now. I ain't gonna show them to you, obviously, protect their image, but they need to be able to eat properly, man. They shouldn't just be eating sugar and all that stuff. That stuff was cool. I grew up on that too. But I tell you guys what it did to my body. Not very good stuff, man. Had me not healthy. And I grew up struggling because of it. So it's like, nah, I'm on a different plane now. I'm on a different mindset. We gotta make sure that we're eating properly, make sure that we're exercising regularly, making sure that our intake of stress is low, taking care of whatever we can control, and so that we understand that, hey, there are troubles in life, but there is a correlation between how we make decisions, how we ultimately do what we do, and the food that we eat. You eat healthy, you think better. You eat healthy, you feel better. You understand what I'm saying? It really correlates. You handle your stress better when you don't have so much sugar in your system and so much that'll weigh you down physically. It's easier to be spry and walk around like I'm doing right now. If I'd have been eating like this, I'd be huffing and puffing already. So I take this extremely seriously. I think this is criminal, honestly. I really do. And I don't know if it's at Amazon making it too expensive for little marts to buy fruit, because that might be the thing, it might be a farming issue, I don't know. But I can't seem to find, sorry about that, man. You never seem to be able to find fruit in these neighborhoods. Yeah, and that's not good, man. People need to eat right wherever they're at, especially if they don't have a lot. They are the ones that are going to be dealing with more. And that will require them to do more. You want people to go out in the sun and work hard for you. You want people to go out there and work for little to no pay while being in the hot summer sun in North Hollywood. Get to 100 and something degrees and they can't find no fruit in their neighborhood? Tell me this ain't wrong, bro. Tell me this ain't wrong. See, that's ultimately the fullness of what the Lord can see when putting me through certain things. He knows how I'm going to react to certain things if I'm in certain places. If I'd have stayed at the Lawrence over there in Lenox, I'd have never got over here to see how hard it is to order fruit in this neighborhood. That's something I can use my voice against. Stop slowly killing people by not giving them the access to what it is they need to be healthy. It overall draws down your country. I keep telling America this crap. They use their racism and all that racism that puts a cap on what we can ultimately accomplish as a people. It puts a cap on ultimately what we're able to do for ourselves. And thus brings us to being more dependent on the country to help us. Don't you see how that correlates? You're kicking your own behind by making it so that people don't get what they need to help themselves to be able to contribute more so rather than have to take from. We always talk about, we can't stand it because people are taking so much from the country. They don't want to work. They lazy, all this other stuff. Then you look around their neighborhoods and you see how it's hard for them to find stuff that will otherwise make them sharp. You know what I'm saying? You give them what they have first. You let them get used to it, and then you complain about it like this just happenstance. No, you made sure you gave them what you wanted them to have. Now, I'm not confused. So I want to talk to whoever's watching me, man, and hear me good. If you're in control of this stuff, you're on the wrong side of God. You better get this right. Get these people their fruit. Give them clean water. If there's some bull crap up here that causes cancer, you better stop it. You understand what I'm saying? If there's anything like that, you better stop it. Because whether you believe God is real or not, he done already proven himself to me a million times. So I speak on behalf of a whole lot of confidence when I say that wrath ain't nothing to play with, no matter who you are. Whether you're a business or an individual, you do not want to play with his wrath. You're going to fall hard. Real hard. I'm just being a warning for everybody who will hear me. Anybody. Don't play with him. And don't play with his people. So that's what I gotta say, man. Hopefully this video can hit the right people and we can start getting some street vendors out here, because that's really what it's about. Hey, the grocery stores don't need to be selling the fruit. We just need individuals who don't have nothing to be out here hustling, giving us what it is that we need to nourish ourselves in that way. I'd rather buy from street vendors now that I know what it's really about out here. Now that I'm facing homelessness, I don't even want to buy fruit from nobody in a grocery store. I want to buy fruit from one of the homies around the corner. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I think. So, I don't know if the Lord made me special or not, man, but I'm telling y'all, I see things differently. You can't control my environment in such a way that doesn't give me what is best for me to have without hearing from you. You ain't gonna do that. You're gonna give me all the stuff that I don't need. Liquor, drugs, stress, pain, pushing up against us, trying to get us to strain over the little money that we're able to get for the hard work that they ultimately do. And then when it's time for them to get the things that they need, you look around and ain't nowhere to be found. You gotta go 6 and 7 miles to find what the hell you need. I'm not confused. So yeah, that's what I gotta say to y'all, man. I may not be confused, but I sure need to keep walking down Kittredge to ensure that this don't find myself in this situation. But yeah, man. I want people to know. I want people to know what's going on out here on these levels. I think that's one of the reasons why the Lord put me on this level. He didn't make me rich because he needed this brain to be able to experience some of this. So we can talk to you guys about what it is I'm seeing down here. You know what I'm saying? So you can see where the programs may be available or not, where the resources may be available or not, how hard it is to be healthy. That's why when I look at people who have their bodies in order and all that, I know it required money to be poured into that, not just your effort. You need to be able to take care of yourself nutritionally, and that ain't cheap. So these are the type of things I'm just like, yo, we're gonna make change in that rate. There ain't no way we're going forward like that. This be the last of that. I think every school should have a fruit vending machine where y'all giving out apples and oranges and bananas and all of that. There should be something like that for the kids. Not this bull crap that y'all be giving them every day with the sugar and all of that stuff that's gonna have them wired up and fat in the stomach. None of that. That's over with. That's over with. Times are changing. It's harder to survive as the climate is changing, and we ain't got time to be eating poorly just by culture and then suffering those ills as if we don't know any better. We're not confused anymore by that. You ain't gonna keep on giving us bull crap and then telling us it's our fault that we're not healthy and we can't find nothing else to eat that's healthy. Absolutely not. Fix your menu. I'm not playing with nobody anymore when it comes to stuff like this, dude. Because I've experienced both extremes as it pertains to being extremely unhealthy and okay with it, to being fairly healthy and not happy with not being able to find what I need in that regard. It gets to a point where it's like, yo, I'm not confused by that either. We got to go out of our way to find what we need, even if people are trying to keep us from having it. We got to make noise to make sure people know that we want to live long, healthy lives, and we don't want to be pressured by way of those who are controlling the fact that life has to be harder by way of what they're choosing. We're not confused by that. And if you contribute to that, that's not cool, buddy. If you contribute to that and you don't feel strongly about it, that's not cool, buddy. You call yourself a believer, you better start understanding where you need to apply your faith and not doing stuff this way. Or you're going to find that the Lord ain't going to be too happy with you even though you're a believer. Just like I ended up finding out when I was doing the wrong stuff. You can be a believer and still feel that wrath. You'll be a believer and still have issues. It's possible. But what you don't want to do is be confused about whether or not you're on the wrong side of him when he's telling you not to play with him. And in this case, environmentally, when it comes to how they treat these people, look at all these, you know damn well there's some cancer-causing crap. You know it. Hopefully I don't die off because of my time over here right now walking by this bull crap. So yeah, man, that's what I wanted to say, man. I'm glad I'm out here. I see the reason. I'll fight for every neighborhood I'm ever in, man. And I just tell y'all, it's much easier to survive over there in Inglewood because at least you'll find more vendors and more fruit. Here, where otherwise there's more rural area to grow the fruit, you don't find any. Pure evil. It's evil that you don't see as evil. We're looking for people to shoot guns. We're looking for people to do all kinds of stuff. We're looking for this type of, that's evil. That's evil. This is what evil look like. Nah, evil look like when you deprave children of being able to get nutritious foods. That's what evil is. That's what happens when you do so. Not confused. BDF 44. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.